Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Maury,
Dave,
and Pat from the Erie Better Beer Bureau. Back with another beer review, this time coming out of Oklahoma. We got Hops, the beer made by the Hanson brothers.
Yes.
We got this beer because my girlfriend is something of a Hanson fan. And our buddy Mark was, through his vast trade network, was able to acquire some for us. And so we're going to go ahead and give it a try and see what we think. It's brewed by Mustang Brewing Company. The ABVs are nebulous content, somewhere between 3.2 and 7.5, depending on where you look. So,
and it's a pale ale.
We're confident that it has alcohol in it.
Wow, it's got a nice sweet aroma.
Yeah. There is a malty sweetness, and then definitely a little bit of that grassy, almost piney hops.
There is like you said, there is a nice malt backbone to the aroma,
yes.
But then there is a grassy, almost lemony hop.
Yeah,
aroma.
And it's by no means that earthy malt. It is like candy sweet malt backed up with some grassy, kind of grainy hops. And yeah, I'm getting kind of that grassy, lemony hop aroma. A little bit of pine.
Yeah, I definitely get the lemon. I didn't get it at first, but I'm getting it more now as we move on. It's not...
I'm even getting a little orange out of it.
Like a lemongrass kind of.
Yeah.
It's not overly anything, though.
No.
It's kind of mild aroma, but it's pleasant.
Yeah, it's a
there's nothing offensive about
I get a nice springtime aroma out of this.
Well,
to put a season to it. Cheers. Bob.
Well, it's definitely got a solid malt backbone.
Yes.
Yeah, but it follows the nose. It's a nice sweet malt backbone and a light hop aroma or a light hop flavor on it. I get a little bit of grassy, kind of grainy hop flavor and a touch of pine.
You know,
more
it's weird.
Orange.
It kind of has it has the malt characteristic of an English pale ale, but
Really?
it still has the fresh and crispness of an American pale ale.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an odd
Are the
combination.
Hanson brothers Brits? Oh,
They're Oklahoman.
Oh.
That's about as un-British as possible.
Yeah, it's about as un-British. They're un-British, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I do get like an English, which is odd because I think they call it like an American pale. No, they just call it a pale ale. But regardless, yeah, I do get an English malt backbone.
Me too.
On this. And it's nice and sweet.
It's that kind of caramel,
almost like
toffee malt.
Yeah, like an English mild.
Yeah,
almost.
Almost has the same kind of mouth feel as those beers too.
Yeah.
It's not a light mouthfeel. I get kind of that sticky candy mouthfeel out of this.
Definitely tastes like an English beer to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could use a bit more hops, honestly.
Right.
I'm definitely getting the malt, but hops?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Okay, so for the Hanson Brothers hops, I'm going to go with a 3.25. It's a pleasant beer, slightly above average for a pale ale. However, I feel that we're drinking possibly a few older bottles, and the hops have somewhat faded out of it. But yeah, I think it's a decent pale. I like the English malt characteristics on it. I'm going 3.25.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with Dave. This is an entirely average pale ale. I mean, it's average to slightly above average. There's nothing off-putting about this beer. It's actually very pleasant to drink, especially if you like a sweeter malt in your pale ales. The hops have faded on it, but you can tell that the hops were in it were pretty pleasant as well. A nice little lemony, little bit earthy. I can't complain about drinking this beer. It's actually fairly tasty.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Pat, that's the key word. There are no off flavors in this
Not at all.
It's a very clean example of the style. Doesn't remind you of that kind of British malt character. I could use a bit more hops. I'm going to go 3.25 as well. It's definitely above average. I mean, when you don't get any off flavors in a pale ale, it's at least average.
Right.
And I think it's a notch better than that. And if it was fresher, I'm guessing at least 3.5.
Right.
So, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Till next time.
Cheers. To defend, we're not quite sure of the freshness of this
that's
beer.
true.
I want to say I thought this beer was released beginning of 2014. It's May. This very well could be 5 months old for all we know.
And here's the thing. Even if this brewery, what's the name of the brewery? Mustang Brewery can't afford a bottle dater, Hanson certainly can. So, they're brewing your beer. Fork over the dough.
Yes.
You know
Just
what
in
I
case
mean?
the Hanson brothers happen to stumble across our review.
Yeah.
They might.
They might.
Maybe. Subscribe to our channel if you do, and retweet us as much as you can.